Mike, you and I just finished covering all 4 of today's huge press conferences.
It was crazy.
It's been a long day, but I feel like the biggest was saved for last again.
Yeah, I don't think it was the megaton it was last year, but...
Strong start with like Far Cry 4 gameplay.
Yep, and the co-op stuff.
Oh my gosh, showing a little guy in the buggy, like the little
gyrocopter
and stuff.
Pretty neat.
And just the idea of like falling off a mountain, it's like, all right, I'm in a wingsuit.
Hey!
I feel like this is a natural segue, is just like No Man's Sky as far as like...
Yeah.
No Man's Sky seemed to really grab people. You're seeing like dinosaurs on like this planet with pink grass, almost had like a blood dragon feel to it.
Yeah, it's really neat. And the funny thing about it is that that's where that play started, but when you start playing, you're gonna start on a different planet, then I'm gonna start on, and then we're gonna, I assume, craft our spaceships and go off into space.
And then I don't like that planet, so I'm going to the next planet seamlessly, which is ridiculous. Little Big Planet 3 was a big surprise.
That was a huge surprise.
New
Sackboy's
characters?
got some friends.
Yeah, a little Sad Sack, or what's the other?
Sad
There's a little
Sack
sock,
and Toggle.
Sockmo. I don't know. It did look really good, especially when you saw like other little cutesy characters going through their animations. Speaking of a character that can fly, we saw an amazing, like one of the biggest like wow moments of the show, I think honestly, was Batman Arkham Knight.
Batman looked amazing.
Yeah.
You know, they kind of did the show off thing. It's like, look how big Arkham is.
Yeah.
Or Gotham is.
Yeah.
It's pretty neat.
And it's like Gotham proper, which is exciting for that franchise.
And driving around in the Batmobile.
Right, and then launching out of the Batmobile.
Which is neat. That announcement came right after probably one of the biggest megatons of the show so far. It just happened to be on Sony stage. Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
Xbox One, PlayStation 4, PC.
With GTA Online.
Progress carrying over via the social
club.
And I think it was the first time I've ever heard Xbox 360 mentioned on the Sony stage. It's very, very rare that you get a nod to the other brand name.
What else did you feel about like Sony's sort of delivery and like they had different positioning than Microsoft, because Microsoft was like all games, but Sony was talking about other things which were really exciting, like PlayStation Now.
PlayStation Now, the beta coming later the open beta coming later this summer. PlayStation TV finally announced for the West.
Yeah.
Called Vita TV when they announced it at TGS last year, which you were at.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's good. And as a companion device, it can also stream PlayStation 4 games.
I was busy, and then I caught this, and then I was just like, what? And I kept on moving, and it was so short. But just the idea of fighting clickers and bloaters from The Last of Us in Diablo
3, Ultimate Evil Edition.
It's a super good fit. They just glanced at it and moved on, and you just try to like think about the conversation between Blizzard and Naughty Dog about like, wow, how should a bloater look in Diablo? And like, just there's probably so many developers at Naughty Dog that are just like, this is amazing.
The funny thing is, Naughty Dog actually had a role in the original release of Diablo 3 on PlayStation 3. There was a Nathan Drake item that was exclusive.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We would get in a lot of trouble if we didn't mention Bloodborne, which
had
been Project Beast.
Super dark, like kind of like Victorian age London Jack the Ripper kind of feel I got.
Guns in a From Software Souls style game.
Yeah.
And we're assuming, based on everything we've seen so far, that it's in the vein of Souls.
I was really hoping we would see official gameplay of that.
Yeah, and that's 2015.
Oh, yeah.
And Uncharted 4. So we got our first shot. Again, we're not sure if that's in-engine.
Yeah.
That's the beautiful thing about this generation. We're not always sure, in-engine or cinematic.
Speaking of not being sure, Nathan Drake washes up on shore.
Yes.
In the beginning
very
of that. They keep on talking about like, is this one last time? Like Sully's saying, one last time.
Over and over and over again. For a second, I thought that was our stream cutting in and out.
Yeah, that was part of it. So we did hear it several times. I had 2 streams going concurrently, but nevertheless, they're really emphasizing that. And
this could be it for us. We're getting a Ratchet and Clank,
the movie, and then a remake of the original on PS4, which is interesting because they just did
the collection.
So I'm wondering how much better looking that's going to be.
I wonder if it's going to be a full teardown and remake.
This is like the generation of developers are going to start being able to see like just how often will someone rebuy the same game. And I want to mention, just because I've been covering a lot of Double Fine games recently, and the thing that always happens is like, I never played Grim Fandango. I never played it, and now it's like, well, Tim, this is the universe speaking to me.
But PS4, Vita, and I'm going to guess PC at some point.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is so cool. This is just like the first full day of
this is huge.
The show floor hasn't even opened yet, and what I love about these days, especially press conferences like Sony, it just sets the tone for the rest of the show, and I'm super excited.
I'm pretty excited. Wednesday morning, I get to go be near Mortal Kombat and hopefully play it.
Yeah, it looked really good too.
That looked pretty scary.
Yeah, really gory.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised at that.
Indy! All right, fine.